My name is Samuel. I was raised in a Christian home. Prayers before meals, Sunday church without fail, and a mother who could quote half the Bible from memory. But when I left for university, I also left my faith behind. I thought I was living the good life. Money in my pocket, women on speed dial, and a bottle always within reach. But in reality, I was destroying myself and everyone who loved me. This is the story of how God pulled me out of the pit I dug with my own hands. At first, it was just parties. One drink became three. Then I discovered how easy it was to charm women with smooth words and a confident smile. I told myself I was just having fun, but my fun became a full-time addiction. Every weekend, I was either drunk, waking up in a stranger's bed, or both. And during the week, I was planning the next weekend. I thought I was the man. But Proverbs 14 verse 12 says, "There is a way that seems right to a man, but its end is the way to death." To my family, I was doing fine. I had a decent job after graduation, nice clothes, and plenty of friends. But behind the scenes, my life was falling apart. I cheated on every girlfriend I had. I spent rent money on alcohol and nights out. Sometimes I wouldn't even remember the names of the women I woke up next to. I started lying to cover up my mess. Lying to my parents, lying to friends, lying to myself. One day, I looked in the mirror and barely recognized the man staring back. My eyes were bloodshot. My face looked older than my years, and my soul felt empty. It all came crashing down the night I lost my job. I had been warned twice about coming in late and smelling like alcohol, but I didn't care. That night, instead of going home, I went to the bar and drank until I could barely stand. On my way home, I called an ex, not because I loved her, but because I was lonely. She told me never to call her again, and hung up. Standing there on the sidewalk, phone in hand, I realized I had pushed everyone away. I went home and sat in the dark, a bottle on the table. I remember whispering, "God, if you're still there, help me." 2 days later, an old friend, Daniel, showed up at my door. We hadn't spoken in years. He said God had put me on his heart. He invited me to church. I laughed at first, but something in me was curious. That Sunday, I sat at the very back, trying not to be noticed. The pastor preached from Luke 15, the story of the prodigal son, when he said, "No matter how far you've run, God still calls you his son." I felt a lump in my throat. During the altar call, my legs felt like they moved on their own. I went forward, tears streaming down my face. I wish I could say everything changed overnight, but breaking an addiction to alcohol and womanizing isn't easy. The first few months were the hardest. I had to cut off certain friends, delete numbers, avoid places I used to go. Every time temptation hit, I clung to 1 Corinthians 10 verse 13. God is faithful. When you are tempted, he will also provide a way out. Slowly, the cravings for alcohol faded. My desire for casual flings turned into a longing for purity. I started serving in church, rebuilding my relationship with my family, and learning what it meant to be a man of integrity. Today, I've been free for 3 years. Not because I'm strong, but because John 8 verse 36 says, "So if the Son sets you free, you'll be free indeed." If you're listening to this and you feel trapped in a cycle of addiction, whether it's alcohol, lust, or anything else. Know this: God's grace is bigger than your shame. I'm living proof that no matter how far you've gone, you can always come home. Kindly support us by sharing our videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more faith, uplifting testimonies. Stay blessed.